What is up, my friends, and welcome to episode 40 of the Age of Engineering with me, Closet Gamer. That's right, we are firmly in Applied Energistics 2. So we're going to be doing some auto-crafting today, I think. But first of all, let me take you on a little tour of my base. So I've been a very, very busy boy off cam. I've been doing lots and lots of things. The first thing you'll notice is all of these different teleport anchors knocking about. So I've got one over there for the nuclear facility, one over there for my charger. I've got my basement, my home, which is right next to my crafting terminal, and then this is Captain Jack's crow's nest right here, so I can whiz up here anytime I want to. So let's have a look over here first of all, and let's have a look at what our void miners are up to, because these guys, if you remember last time, our resource miner was piping into this crate here. It was getting clogged up with a load of old junk. And starting to overflow a little bit, and I think it was practically offline because it was pretty much full up right to the top. That's all changed now. It's going to this ender chest. So this ender chest, I've painted it blue, and it's going over to our house, into our sorting facility, which I'll show you in a minute. These guys over here, if we sort of whiz underground a little bit, if I can get down here. Let me down. There we go. Right, so these are our ore resource miners. These are both coming into here, and this is an ender chest that I've painted red, and that one's linked to somewhere else in our sorting facility. So these are all now piping straight into our sorting facility, so no further work needed there for a little while, apart from obviously upgrading these guys. I'll probably take them up to level 3, tier 3 I should say. Nuclear facility, not much going on there, lots and lots of plutonium I think. I'll put a plutonium recipe in there. And lots of plutonium going on, stuff, bits and pieces, great. Forget about that for the moment. Right, now, if we go to our house, you can see that I've painted the floor black, or not painted the floor black, but replaced it with black bricks. So this is a bit of an extreme makeover situation at the moment, and you've sort of caught me halfway through. But we will get there. What I need to do is replace a lot of this stuff with white marble bricks like these ones. That's pretty good. Now you'll notice that all of our industrial craft machines have moved as well. They're all downstairs, so we'll see those in a sec. This is our central kind of Flight of the Navigator style terminal going on here. We're going to put some more terminals on here today, but at the moment we've just got a crafting terminal. Lots and lots of good stuff in there. Actually, let's have a look at how many ingots we've got of the different types. 2,000 iron, nice. 1.4k of tin, 1.4k of copper. Loads and loads of good stuff in there. Right, now, prepare yourself. Don't get too excited because we're going to go downstairs. Are you ready? Let's go. Right, so let's have a look. Now, this is our sorting facility. So this is where that red ender chest comes in, and this is the one from our ore miners. It's coming in here. It's getting piped out of here, and it's coming into this guy, this medium storage crate. And what I've done, I've used facades to hide a lot of this stuff. I'm sort of working my way through it. I'll explain the facades in a sec. Basically, what happens with this, if we go behind here and we can have a look at this stuff that's behind here. Where are we? There we are. Right, so out of here, I've got some. I've just got standard sort of export ports from here. I've got one that's extracting on brown, so all of the stuff that I don't want anything to happen to, it's coming straight out of here, and then going straight into this one, and then this one is hooked into our Emmy network through an import bus, which is just on the other side of that block there. Actually, let's move this, and then you'll be able to see it. There it is. Look, that's our import bus there. So let's put this guy back in there. That can go in there. Right, good. So that's coming. So bits and pieces that we don't want anything to happen to are coming straight through the system and getting straight imported into the Emmy network. Things that we do want things to happen to. So there were some ores, if you remember, when we had our sort of storage crates upstairs, there were some ores that were sort of getting stuck in the system. There were ones that weren't suitable for the sag mill, so they needed to go into the macerator. So what I've done is on the macerators, which I've got 2 hooked up here now, I've got 2 import systems here, 2 conduits, and the whitelisted stuff to go in there is all of the bits and pieces that don't go into the sag mill. So I want the sag mill to actually take priority over these 2 macerators. I don't want iron and stuff going in there because it's not efficient. I want it coming in here. So the majority of stuff will go through these 2 sag mills. Anything else will go into these macerators. So this is all done with Ender.io at the moment. We're not even on Applied Energistics at this stage. All of my ore processing and things are being done using Ender.io because it's just too complicated to muck about with ores and stuff in Ender IO. You can do them as you can use like a storage bus if you wanted to, but for the moment it's just a pain in the arse. So it comes in here. It either gets macerated or sag mills, depending on what type of ore it is. It then comes straight back out and then goes either into the alloy smelters. So there's bits and pieces that go in there, like the iron dust, the gold dust, and all that sort of stuff. Once they're done being turned into ingots, then they come out of here straight into the Emmy network and into the system. The ones that get sort of sag milled down, like redstone, like diamond, like emerald and stuff like that, will come straight out of here, straight down here and into here. So there's some filters set up here. So these are like all the rubies and the peridot and things like that. Now there wasn't enough item slots in the filters, so what I've had to do is, if we go down here again and look behind, I've got one there which is for all the other bits and pieces, like the nether quartz, some of the dusts and stuff that don't get smelted into anything, and then at the bottom another one which is for other bits and pieces. So there's some stuff that gets sagged straight into the system, there's some stuff that gets smelted and then into the system, and then there's some stuff that just goes straight through the system without anything happening to it. We've also underground, so this is where our other ender chest is coming from. So this is from our resource miner. So bits and pieces coming in here will go straight into the system, straight into this crate. No problemo. So that is working really well. I'm not having anything that's actually not finding a place or something to do. It's all coming in here, getting processed and going back out. Now I've got my other machines from here, from Industrial Craft. So these aren't hooked up to the system yet because we're going to use these to auto-craft. So we're going to have auto-crafted plates, we're going to have auto-crafted wires, we're going to have auto-crafted extrusions, we're going to have auto-crafted extraction, thermal centrifuge, compressors and stuff. So we're going to set that up today. That's one thing we're going to set up today. Now what I should say is anything that comes out of this crate, the immediate location for it is into the Emmy network. And then the Emmy network will either chuck it into our storage drawers here. So underneath here, if we go just back downstairs one quick second, there is an import bus, a storage bus, that is priority higher than anything else on the system. So it's like a priority 100. So that means that anything that comes in here will find its way over to this location here and be presented on our storage drawers for us to use. But it's still, you can still see it if I type in our diamonds. You can still see there's 156 diamonds available in our terminal, 156 there. If I take out 32 of these diamonds, that takes our total down to 124, which will be shown here. And then if I just dump these back, it will put them back in the right place. So that is really, really good. Everything is getting sorted. So that allows us now to concentrate on some auto crafting, I think, because that is the name of the game today. So the things that I'm going to make today are the molecular assembler, the Emmy Interfaces, a crafting monitor, some crafting storage, obviously, a pattern terminal, and then some import buses and some export buses as well. So let me just talk a little bit about the molecular assembler whilst we actually make this thing. So the molecular assembler essentially works like a crafting table, quite a complex crafting table, mind, but you can create patterns on your network. And what will happen is when you request something to be crafted through this interface, the pattern will be sent to the molecular assembler. The molecular assembler will take the parts from your network and it will use the pattern to create that piece and then return it into the network. And then once that's done, that says, you know, crafting complete. So, you know, it seems quite complicated, but in actual fact, it's not too bad. And in actual fact, the recipe for this is not too bad either. So let's just make one of these straight away. I think I've got everything that I need. Yes, nice. That was easy. No problemo. And also what I need is an Emmy interface. So let's get this guy. So this is the thing that stores the patterns. So I think I've got the stuff for this as well. Nice, Emmy interface. So when you craft something on your Emmy network, the crafting operation actually uses a bit of memory. So the more memory you have, the more things that you can craft simultaneously. So for us, for the moment, I'm just going to go with a 1K crafting store. Or should I just go 4K? I'm just going to go 4K for the moment anyway. We can upgrade this later on. So let's make some of these. So let's make 3 of these. 1, 2, 3 of those, and then that should give us this. Yes, nice. Actually, we need this guy first. Nice. and then like this. Nice. So that's our crafting storage. Nice. Next gen crafting achievement. Sweet. And then if we want to see what's going on, we're going to need a crafting monitor as well. So one of these guys. So a crafting card, crafting unit. Let's grab this. And then let's grab one of these guys. I think we've got one of these already. So maybe we can do that now. I made some of these guys, didn't I? Need a level emitter. And then some of these. Storage monitor. And then this. Nice crafting monitor. And then we just need some Emmy interfaces as well, and then we can get this guy set up. So I think we're going to need some more formation cores for this. So let's grab a couple of those, and let's grab a couple of these Emmy interfaces then. So like this. We need the other ones as well. What's this one? Annihilation core. What am I missing? I'm missing another logic processor. Okay. So I did make quite a lot of these guys. I made 25 of those. Right. So now, and I've got some silicon in here as well. So let's grab our logic press from in here. Let's grab that one out, put that one in, put that one in, and then let's put those in there because they'll be auto-fed into there. Going to work? Right, so I'll wait for these to craft because we're going to need loads of these, and I'll be back in a sec. Right, so 14 of those logic processors. Mind you, they are a ball ache to craft, aren't they? If anyone knows how to automate this thing, I'll be very much appreciative of some advice. It might just be that the faces, each face gets a certain input, I'm not quite sure. But if you know, please let me know, and that'd be much appreciated. So we're going to need this pattern terminal, and we're missing the annihilation cores. So let's go ahead and let's make some more of these. Nice. And then that should allow us to then make this Emmy terminal. Nice. Which then should allow us to make the Emmy crafting terminal. I think we actually need, we need this guy. Nice. And then we should be able to make this now. Nice. And then that should allow us to make this Emmy pattern terminal. Nice. So that can go there. Nice. Sweet. Look at this. Now this will allow us to encode patterns. So we're going to need some patterns. So let's have a look at the old pattern. So let's grab a stack of these. What are we short of? Might be short of some quartz glass actually. Let's have a look at the recipe for this, see if we can make some more. Yes, we are. Nice. Let's make a ton of that. And then let's go back and speak to the old pattern again. So some more patterns, if you please, kind sir. We don't need that many for the moment anyway, just for demonstration purposes. Right, that will do. So what we want to say to this machine is on demand, what you're going to do is you're going to take an iron block and you are going to make 9 iron plates with it. So let's get some iron plates so we can give it a quantity. So let's take 9 of these. There, like that. So what we're going to do, we're going to come in here and we're going to turn this from a crafting pattern into a processing pattern. We're going to give it a block of iron and we're going to say that from that block of iron what you're going to do is you're going to give me 9 iron plates. And then we're going to put the blank pattern there and we're going to encode it, which is going to give us this encoded pattern. Nice. Now this encoded pattern, what we need to do to it is go over to where our block cutting machine is, get this Emmy interface, wang it on there like that, and then we can put this, where is it, which one's the pattern? It's this one. Holding shift, by the way, makes that appear as what it actually is, what it's going to craft. So we can put that in there now. Now, when we put our molecular assembler down, actually, I think that might even work just like that. Oh no, because we haven't got any crafting storage, I don't think, set up. So let's get this crafting storage hooked up to our network. So maybe I'm gonna have to move this at some stage. So let's just put it. Let's just put it there for the moment, and then let's put our crafting monitor on the front like that. So that turns that color now because that means it's working. That's good. Let's get this guy on here like this, and then over to here. And that should say device online. Good. Let's put our molecular assembler down as well. So the molecular assembler can go over here for the moment. and then that needs an Emmy interface to go on it. So the Emmy interface essentially acts like the insert part for the. It'll essentially insert a pattern into the molecular assembler for us. So it can probably come around here like this, because this is where our we've got cable coming in here, so it can go like that. So that should be online. And how many of our channels are we using? 1 of 32 on there, and we're using 9 of 32 on there. So the other terminal that we need is the Emmy interface terminal, and it's the last bit that we need actually before we can get actually cracking on. So we should be able to, if we've got the stuff. Have we got the stuff? So some more illuminated panels. Another one of these guys, like that, and then that should be us good to go with our interface panel. Nice. Interface terminal, I should say. So that one can go on there. Now, when we go on here, we can see that our block cutting machine has appeared on our system, and it's capable of making. So you can move these different patterns around. Essentially, what you want to make sure though is that the machine that you're talking to is actually capable of doing the task that you're asking it to do. So now, if we come back over to here, into here, and we go onto our craftable things, we can see that we can make iron plates. So now what we can do is we can say, right, craft me some iron plates. How many should I have? Maybe I would like 10, actually. So it'll bring you into this next screen, and this is basically your crafting interface screen. And it will tell you the raw materials it's going to use. So it's going to take 2 blocks of iron, and it's going to make 18 plates. Now we asked it to make 10, but obviously it can't make 10 because it has to make them in multiples of 9. So it's smart enough to work out that, yes, I can't make 9, but the closest I can do to 10 is 18. So when you click start, what it will do is it will start processing. So if we go downstairs now, we can see that this now says it's going to make 10 plates, and they're being made. Well, they're already made in our block cutting machine. Fantastic. I want to see that working. I want to see it do that again. Do it again. Do it again. Make me 20. Now the problem that we've got is that this will not suck out of the block cutting machine. So what we need to use is the export bus, or the import bus, I should say. So import into the Emmy network. So now this will allow those to exit. There we go. See, they're going now. And then once they've left, that will complete that crafting recipe. So you can see that's now counting down. The system will hang if it doesn't get the things that it expects. So now you can see that we are able to craft our 20. Start, go. Right, now if we quickly whiz back downstairs, we can see that they're in there. Nice! And out they go, straight into our system. Perfect. Right, so let's think about what other things we want to craft. So things that are a pain in the arse for me to craft, what could we do? Let's have a look. What about advanced alloys? These are an absolute ball ache, and they're a bit of a complex crafting recipe as well. So mixed metal ingots requires 2 of these. So let's hook this up. So let's say standard crafting recipe. So a processing pattern, a crafting pattern is what we want. We're going to say this. We're going to say advanced alloy is this. And it gives you that, right? So that gives you that part. Encode that. Nice. So that's that part. And then to turn it into a plate, what you need to do is you need to take one of these, and that'll give you 1 advanced alloy. So let's go back to processing pattern. Let's clear those. So you need to sell it. When I give you a mixed metal ingot, you will give me 1 advanced alloy. Encode. Nice. So we've got 2 encoded patterns there. So if we go back downstairs and we go to our molecular assembler, and we put the guy for, so this is the crafting recipe. That's going to go in there. That's the crafting recipe. And then it was the compressor, wasn't it? Compressor. Right. So if we get one of our, if we've got an Emmy interface, we need one more Emmy interface. Let's go up here. Let's make one more of these guys. Cancel that. Put that in there like that. Emmy interface, nice, right. If we go back downstairs and we put this Emmy interface onto our compressor, and then this is the one. Basically, that's the pattern that's going to take in the mixed metal ingots and turn them into those. Right. Now, obviously, we need to have an import bus. This is this guy here. Right, so now if we come back up here and we look at what we've got available to craft, so we've got mixed metal ingots that are available to craft, and we've got advanced alloys that are available to craft. We want just advanced alloys. We don't want to muck about sort of doing this halfway house. So let's chuck those in there. And let's say, I don't know, I want 20 advanced alloy. Yes. So it's going to say I've got these bronze plates available, I've got these iron plates available, and these 10 plates available to craft 20 advanced alloys. Go. Okay, so it's crafting now. So if we go downstairs, we can see that doing step 1, it's doing this. These are getting crafted in there. And then these are making their way into here and getting turned into those. Fan-freaking-tastic. That is going to save us so much ball ache. Absolute ball ache. So much ball ache that it's going to save us. Right now, one final recipe that really gets on my tits, as you know, is the old electronic circuits. Now, this is a bit of a, in terms of what it is we're looking at, it's a bit of a complex recipe because what we're actually asking our system to do is not only make the electronic circuit, but also to make the insulated copper cable and also to make the copper cable itself, the bare copper cable. So what we're going to need to do is make a couple of patterns, one crafting pattern for the electronic circuit, another crafting pattern for the insulated cable, and then one processing pattern to actually make the copper wire. So if we come over to this guy here and we look in here and we say, right, copper ingots, give me a couple of those, and then copper cable, give me a couple of those as well. And then if we look in NEI, actually if we get one of these blank patterns first and we put it in there and we switch to processing pattern, and if we look here, we can see that in the metal former we give it one copper ingot, that gives us 3 copper cables back. So if we come back into the pattern terminal here and we give it one copper ingot, and you say, if I give you one copper ingot, you will give me 3 copper cables back. Encode that bad boy. Right, so that's that bit done. So we need to put that downstairs in the metal press and with a Emmy interface on it. And then if we go in here and then we go to this guy and we say this is what we want, and that will give us, in this one, it will give us insulated cable, so like that. So that's that part done. And then if we go back and we type in electronic circuit, and we come in here and we say, if I give you that, you give me this, and then we encode that one, then that will give us that, like that. Nice. Right, so let's go and set this up downstairs. So in the metal format, and I moved some stuff over because I'm going to do some, I'm going to try and set up the auto smelting of alloys as well. So if we get our Emmy interface and we put it on our metal format here, like that, and this metal format is set to extrude, and then we say to here, if you hold down shift on these, like I said before, it shows you what the recipe is for. So it will switch between, you see. So we want this one to go in there. So that will give us the copper cable. Nice. And then over back to this one that's hooked up to our molecular assembler, we want to say that one, which will give us the electronic circuit, and that one, which will give us the insulated copper cable. Now, because I actually want to test this, I want to see it working, I'm going to take those overclockers out for a moment. I'm also going to go back up to my system, back upstairs, and I'm going to take out all of the cable that I've got in here. So let's grab all of these out. I've got quite a few in there actually. Let me grab all of these insulated coppers out of there as well. We should have enough rubber in the system, hopefully. Yes, we've got enough rubber. Right, now if we come back to our interface terminal, we can see that we've got the metal former is now on that list, and the molecular assembler has got all these encoded patterns on it as well. So that should now work. That should make us electronic circuits. We come into the things that we can now craft electronic circuits on there, as is insulated copper cable, as is copper cable. So that copper cable could be used for other recipes as well. It just so happens that we're going to specifically ask it to create these electronic circuits this time around. So let's say, I don't know, bash me together 10 electronic circuits. And it will say, these are the raw materials, so it's going to take 20 redstone, 20 copper, 10 iron plates. It's going to take 60 rubber to craft 10 electronic circuits, and it's also going to craft copper cables and insulated copper cables. Okay, start, go. Now, if we go downstairs, what we should see happening is this guy fires up. That's making the copper cables. Good. Then once some of those come out into the system, that should go into here. Yeah, you can just see it just flashed up this then that it's making the let's see. See, look, it's making the insulated cables. Nice. And then once it's got enough of those, it's already made one. Once it's got enough insulated copper cables, it should start making the rest of the electronic circuits. There we go. See, it just made one. Fantastic. So, automated electronic circuits. Pretty damn nifty. Now, you will notice, actually, I'm too close to this. I'm too close to it. I keep trying to rename it. You'll notice that I've still got these guys up here, and that's for a very good reason, because these are going to be for alloys. So, let's grab these guys out of here. Let's grab, I'll put some more electronic circuits in our thing over here. We've got some more of those, nice. So let's now take this out of there, put those in there. Let's grab some silicon, let's put that one back in there. Let's put that one back in there, grab the silicon out. So these are going to be for logic circuits, yes. So let's grab another couple of these because I'm going to need another Emmy interface as well. Actually, let's have a look, see how much these speed upgrades are, these speed cards. Acceleration cards they're called. So it's one Flux crystal, one advanced card. Advanced card is calculation processor. Gives us 2 advanced cards. So I wonder if I can make, have I got any of these calculation processors in stock? No, I've got none of those in stock, but it might pay me to make some. Right, I'll make some, and then I'll come back in a sec. Right, 3 of those bad boys. That should be enough to get us 6 cards, actually. So let's have a look at this. So 6 of these. And then 3 accelerator cards. So let's say 3 of those guys. Nice. So we should be able to put these accelerator cards in here now, and this will make that machine much, much faster. So let's have a look, see how it works. One of those in there, one of those in there. Nice, that's much faster. Sweet. Now obviously there is a way to automate this, and I think it's through the top, bottom and middle ports on this thing. But what I need to do is probably set one of these up for each crafting process, and then I can hook it up to an automation. We'll probably cover that in the next episode actually. That'll be a pretty good thing to do in the next episode. Nice, loads of those. And then while we're here, we might as well just do the rest of these as well. So that one and that one. Let's grab those out of there. Let's go back in here. Go bosh bosh. See how fast this is now. Look. Nice, 8 of those and 11 of the other. Pretty good. And like I say, we'll automate that at some stage, but for the moment we just need to get an Emmy interface set up. So let's bung those in our inventory. And let's get another Emmy interface. Actually, another 2 Emmy interfaces, I think. So we need some more of these guys. And then we need some more of these guys. And then we need 2 more of these guys. So let's grab 2 of those. Clear that junk, chuck those in there, grab that out of there. Nice. Okay, now let's whiz downstairs. And let's put our alloy smelters. I don't know where we're going to put them. Let's put them. Let's put them up here for the moment. The one there, one there. I don't know why these aren't. Why aren't you stacking? Is it because you're configured? One there, and we don't want you guys interfering with them whatsoever because they're not going to be on your network. So you get off. Actually, no, you can have the power. Power would be good. Let's get into power, and then for the chest side of it, we want nothing. And for the power, we want on. So these are going to get an Emmy interface each, so we can get one like there and one like there. Now we just need to figure out the recipes for these guys. So let's go back upstairs and let's program some of our patterns. So if we go to the alloy smelter, it's capable of doing quite a lot of different recipes, but the recipes we're probably going to need the most, I think anyway. Well, actually the recipes that I'm most familiar with and the recipes that I've sort of touched on in the past, we'll probably add more to it as we go actually. but energetic alloys, which is gold, redstone, and glowstone, gives me energetic alloy. So I wonder if have I got an energetic alloy? Yes, I have. And then it was gold, redstone, and glowstone, wasn't it? So let's grab one of those. Let's grab a redstone, and then let's grab glowstone. Okay. Now, so if we come back over to this guy, and then we've got 2 alloy smelter 1, alloy smelter 2. Oh, so it's both alloy smelters. They're both seen as one machine, so they can take one of each recipe. I don't know if I want to do that. Okay. Let's go back down here, and let's take this guy off. Where did it go? There it is. And then let's see about, I think we can rename this. If we call this alloy smelter alpha. Alloy smelter alpha, nice. And then the other one, actually the other one can stay as it is. So if we go up here now and go to here, hopefully these will be listed as separate things and we can differentiate between them. Because the problem is if you try and craft something like, let me show you quickly. So are these differentiated now? Yes, alloy smelter and alloy smelter alpha. Right, if you try and smelt something like a vibrant alloy, the problem is that it will put the ender pearl in first and then wait for the energetic alloy. And if both smelters are being treated the same, then it will block it because it'll be trying to craft this one first. So it'll put, I don't know, an ender pearl in there, and then it'll put like a glowstone dust and the redstone in there, which will make nothing and block the system. So you want to separate between the two. You don't really want to make energetic alloys in the same smelter as vibrant alloys. You need to kind of have them separate. Blocking doesn't seem to work. The only way to really do it, that I know anyway, is to keep them separate. So let's say to this as well. Let's encode the other patterns as well. So let's say over here. Let's clear that and let's switch back to crafting patterns. Clear that junk. Let's say that one, one of those, and then one of those gives me one of those. Let's give it a blank pattern to encode it, and let's do that. So that will give us that one, and then let's go for vibrant alloy, which is an ender pearl, one ender pearl, and then we've got a vibrant alloy in there as well. So let's clear that, and let's say, right, for a vibrant alloy, what I'm going to give you is one of these, and I'm also going to give you one of these, and let's encode that to a pattern. Nice. Let's take that pattern away. So that should work now. So if we go downstairs to the old basement, and then we say that this one is going to be for this guy. So that's going to make that one. And then the one below it is going to be for vibrant alloys, which is this recipe over here. So it will make the energetic alloys in this one, and then the vibrant alloys in this one. And it shouldn't be a problem with the recipes, I hope. And it should just suck in and out. So let's go upstairs, let's clear our inventory a little bit. Let's make sure that we take out all of our vibrant alloys from in here. We haven't got any in there. And what about energetic alloys? Got one in there, so let's grab that out of there. Right, now if we say to this guy, what I want you to do is I want you to craft me, say, I don't know, 5 vibrant alloys. So it'll say it's going to cost all this stuff, which is fine, so that's right. Then let's go downstairs and let's see if this is working. Are you in? Oh, you're in furnace mode, all smelting. Alloys only. Alloys only? Yes, it's doing the trick. Nice. So all the ingredients have gone in there, no problemo. And they're being turned into vibrant alloys. And if I change this side to push-pull, they should go out. That's cool. So that is for filling the recipe. Nice. So now if we go back to our system, we should have 5 vibrant alloys. Nice. Okay, so the final thing that I'm going to automate on cam, we'll probably do the rest of it on off cam, is Solarium. So let's encode the pattern for that guy. Nice. And then probably off cam what I'll do is I'll automate these item conduits as well, probably conduit binder as well. Yes, I think that would be a good idea because I'm going to be needing loads of those going forward. Right, let's bung this guy in here. Nice. Let's bung it in that one as well because I've got two. Right, okay, good. So they can both make Solarium now, so we'll be able to use both of those. What I need to do, actually I've got the octadic capacitors in there. Yes, yes. Yes, so they're all overpowered. I need to put my overclockers back in there. Right, okay, so I think we'll wrap it up there. Pretty good, some sort of low-level automation stuff. Some of the simpler sort of automation, but really interesting stuff, I think, anyway. It's still more fun side of things. What we'll do in our next episode is we're going to do some more auto-crafting. So I hope you're enjoying it, because I really enjoy this side of things. We'll do some more auto-crafting, but what I'll probably do, I'll have a look at auto-crafting the Empowerer, yes. So what we'll probably do is we'll hook up some more Emmy interfaces to this chest. We'll probably rely on our Ender IO system to distribute the items, but I think what we've got to do is we've got to select anti-blocking. So I was talking to some other guys on the Feed the Beast forum, so King Triax and Gamer with No Name, and he was telling me about how you automate this side of things. Also how you can automate this as well, so we'll cover that. And we'll probably automate the atomic reconstructor as well. So this guy, we need to get this guy sort of whizzing around, blasting things for us. That would be pretty cool. Probably automate the crushing and charging of quartz crystals as well. So it should be a pretty good episode in the next one. So I hope you stick around for that. And I will see you guys next time.